Hi everyone, starring in today's episode, your host Spicy Chipolata and a bunch of nether criminals. Piglin Beast, Necromancer, Soul Reaper, Blackstone Golem, Corpor, Nether Gauntlet, a quick warm-up before the video begins. Let's dance, sucker! Clapped. And now prepare yourself to laugh, weep, and tell your friends you loved it. This is Better Minecraft and how I died 100 times in 100 days. Episode 7, Better Nether. When the law fails, it's on me now to clean up the nether from criminals, perverts, and other scum. I've had enough, and that's why I made a hit list. On this list, I have 6 targets: Necromancer, Blackstone Golem, Wither. Oh, I remember how it went down. If you didn't watch that episode, I'll slap the link in the top right corner. Next on the list, Piglin Beast. We dealt with that just now. Next, Blaze Guardian. Done that. Check the link what happened to me on one of my lunch breaks. Okay, next is a Soul Reaper. Sounds great. I'm in. Then we got Corpor. Concluding the list, the Nether Gauntlet. Right, here I am, gulping on some fire res, ready to throw hands. And by throw hands, I mean enforce the law. Oh, where was I? Okay, I'm in the basement of the Nether Fortress collecting bombs. The word on the streets is this is the location where the Necromancer was recruiting children into his drug gang or such like. So I decided to hang around, see what's what. I kicked this man's head in, and then I heard like a pile of bones moving rapidly towards my location. And here he was, the Necromancer, a drug lord and possibly selling drugs to the kids. Oh, here they come! Kids on the drugs! Wow, he makes the kids to do the dirty work for him. Where are you, you filthy pervert? Bro, ease in on that makeup. You look ridiculous. The coward kept sending baby bones to die and casted some sort of withered spell. I don't know. I told him to get on the ground and surrender his stick. He disobeyed and got shot. Whilst I'm here, might as well seize all of these items for evidence. Bombers, yeah. Apples, more bombers. Look at them go. Gold, that's definitely drug money. Bin pot. Christ on a bicycle. Okay, I see how it is. They set some booby traps. Moving on. The word on the streets is the Soul Reaper was last seen lurking around the Soul Sand Valley. And in the Nether, the Soul Sand Valley is a communal area. Everyone is coming here to have a good time. But this guy, he's not allowed within 100 yards of any park, and he knows that. Hey, Soul Reaper, get on the ground. My job is done here. So now for the next man on the hit list, I got to collect Blackstone shards. My informant told me that a bunch of piglin brutes are holed up in the bastion somewhere, and I've got a fat warrant and my door-kicking boots on. This is the aerial footage of the location. Allegedly, they make Blackstone shards all over the place in there, and I'm about to get me some evidence. I've infiltrated the hideout and it's time to look for some loot. I mean evidence. Bin pot evidence. Everyone is going to jail. They must be the biggest suppliers of the shards in the Nether. Look at all this money just laying around. And all of this is going to the evidence. Hey everybody! Put your weapon down and get on the ground. You are all involved in illegal activities and I'm here to stop it all. You over there, get on the ground. And both of you. Alright, the section is clear. Shard! And another netherite ingot. Wow. One more. Technically, I had enough already to summon the golem. But you know me, I need to clear the whole perimeter. 7 shards and counting. Ambushed! Overreacted slightly. You get... I don't know, just slapped a zombie piglin. Let's just move past it. It happened. It happens to the best of us. Once my pockets was fat with evidence, I left. I bet remaining brutes was so happy seeing me leaving. With a warm farewell, I left to be greeted with as much warmth. Get on the ground! Am I right? Okay, to summon the Blackstone Golem, I needed to build 9x9 platform using any of the Blackstone type blocks with 4 Blackstone holders positioned in the middle of the platform sides. Like such. And the next step is to place Blackstone shards on top of these holders and voila! The Blackstone Golem. As this man was slowly pressing upon me, like a sales consultant in a jewelry shop, I felt the need to shoot the arrows in his face. And he felt like slapping me about like I'm his wife in the 50s. I kept shooting and he wanted to impress me with some spinneroo just to distract me from the blind bomb attack. He realized he was unsuccessful and proceeded to spin some more. I guess it was some sort of martial arts technique that I'm not familiar with, but who knows? He turned blue and I thought this is it for me. Right now, he's gonna flip out and give me the fight that I deserve. He threw 2 more blind bombs. I went for the sword slicing, but that was much too late. The man has departed to the better place, leaving our 2 little babies behind. I'm not ready to be a single mother yet, so gonna show them mercy and send them to reunite with their daddy. What am I talking about? These are not my babies. They are baby criminals and they tried to kill me. It was a protection. The man dropped his heart that I left shift clicked and added to mine. And unsatisfied with his performance, I decided to summon another one. My second husband followed the first husband's strategy, slapping me about, setting me on fire. But this time around, he made a huge mistake. And shortly, he found out a simple fact. You don't mess with the zombie piglins. Zombie piglin. Zombie. Okay, that's enough. Oh, here we go. It's about to go down. And the best thing, he doesn't even realize what he's done. Okay, here they come. He popped the baby out to get them distracted, but that was a plan born in the fear and the chaos and failed without helping him a bit. So him and that baby has crossed the end line together. Again, leaving unattended children behind. Anticlimactic as it was, I decided not to drag it out and went further into the nether, discovering sites that I've never seen before, like this Cincinnati city. I call it Sin City, as it directly next to the 3 Wither Skull structures that definitely withhold some ungodly creatures. It looks like a drug lord's mansion. No villains inside. Someone must have tipped them off. I took a quick stroll through the Sin City to discover absolutely nothing but some shady drug deals involving children. I had no time to deal with the small fish here. I had the intel the creatures in the neighboring skull structure are possibly their drug supplies, also involved in some piglin trafficking. And the man behind it all called themselves the Corpors. They had a square-headed security on the door. Dealt with that. Okay, this is what we know about the location so far. Their catacombs consisted of several floors with some lava jacuzzis around, they bad like that, and filled to the brim with the Wither Knights and some other creatures. I sniped a couple of them from the holes that I made in their roof and jumped in to administer justice. And look who's here! One of the Corpors. The man himself turned up to say hello, and I was there just to say goodbye, because he was going places. Places with no return. Get out of my way. You're obstructing the law. Anyway, the remaining bunch was a piece of cake, and I methodically went around wiping them off from the surface of the Nether. Methodically wiping them off. After this tactical retreat. Right after this. Alright, what do we have here? A hot tub. And would you look at that? The piles of gold. Oh, oopsies, right in the tub. Oh, the boys just want to have a pool party. Fair enough. I of course took the gold and a couple more items to log them as evidence of their crimes. A single diamond and some gold, alright. 6 diamonds, ancient debris, right. As I mentioned earlier, I knew these guys were involved in some piglin trafficking, and soon enough, I found one of their prisoners, Pigs McKinley, who is my informant. Pigs, get out of here quickly, I'm going to tear this place to the ground. I'm gonna get some more evidence. Pigs was like, don't need to tell me twice. Peace out. Look at this, could you believe it? These guys are balling out of control. They have ancient debris just laying around. Let me just log this. Hey, you there! Stay right there. Get on the ground! The man has caught me off guard, but I quickly collected myself and shot him in the face. I believe this is unauthorized possession of the explosives. Confiscated that and moved on to the next location. Criminals called it the Citadel. As the footage shows, they got intel I'm coming because they were ready. After a very, very warm welcome, I went in and get myself acquainted with the Mr. Wildfire and his minions, Blazes. Get on the ground! Put down your weapons! These are some warning shots. I am ordering you to surrender. On the count of 3, you're gonna lay on the ground, you're gonna spread your legs, put your hands behind your back. 1, 2, 3. At some point I found myself outside the building. But I quickly come back and let Mr. Wildfire know that he has an emergency meeting with the death and he's running late. He ignored me and procrastinated, took his clothes off, and that's where I knew I must end this now. Get out of here, you pervert. I decided to check the basement of this building, and look who we got here. Everybody get on the ground! Oh, I see how this is. The gang of bad boys has made me pop my totem of undying, and that took me to the rampage I didn't expect it from myself. At some point, I went through the lava. Alright, time to log some evidence. 2 diamonds. Nonsense. I nearly died for this. Garbage. Right, I'm out of here. Yeah, yo! Right in a nostril. On the way to my next port of call, I stopped to interrogate a couple of the nether hookers, aka Nagas. They were not willing to talk, but attacked me instead. I learned that sending arrow to their face is a good enough interaction with them, and moved on with my life. Okay, so how's everyone doing so far? I'm terrified of what's awaiting for me right now, but I gotta do what I gotta do to survive 100 days in a better Minecraft. No point to drag it out, let's dive into it! I mined their eye block on this cube and the massive hand appeared. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me to welcome the Nether Gauntlet. I started off strong. I had a decent amount of bombs that I collected around the nether and I was not stingy in using them. At first, the hand didn't dignify me with acknowledgement of my existence, but then it swiftly moved, blinked at me twice, and landed the sickest punch I ever lived to receive. It sent me flying up in the air, and as I was in the air, I swear I saw Jesus and I shook his hand. Upon return back to the living, another punch. This time, I went to say hello to the Satan, and the fight continued in that succession. All of my bombs were missing the target and exploding way too late to make any substantial damage, but I kept on trying whilst waiting for the hand to change its attack style. And soon enough, he stared at me with his eyeball wide open and I sliced it a couple times. He then used the cool laser attack and it got me bobbing and weaving around. I threw a few of the bombs, missed a bunch, but that still made him mad and he lost his self-control. This way, he was prone to make mistakes. I was just waiting for it. I was quick to respond and got him way closer to the finishing line that he liked, and he went fully ballistic. Look at this. Do you think a normal person that is not a maniac would approach you with one of these? No, they would not. I panicked on it slightly, but then I finished the job. I got the blazing eye and a couple more ancient debris, and that's convenient as I will need them in the next episode in a brief journey to Otherside dimension. By the way, I got sick enchantment on my pig. It's called Collection. It makes every block that I mine to go directly into my inventory. I think it's safe to say I am so OP right now that even nether creatures couldn't kill me. Yet one more episode where I didn't die once. It's been 35 days and 19 deaths so far. I wonder if I could keep it that way, or in fact I'll die 100 times in 100 days. I guess we can only wait and see, right Henry? Let's tick off all of the achievements for today and collect our well-deserved rewards, as well as saying thank you guys for watching, subscribing, liking and sharing my videos. I and Henry, I really appreciate that. And if you aren't doing those things, consider doing them. We would love to hear from you in the comment section about how you found the video and what did you like the most. Thank you again, and we'll hopefully see you in the next one. Everybody get on the ground. You here. Get on, you're already on the ground. Get more on the ground. Get on the ground. I'm a representative of the law.